Hey. This is terrible. To look at a big picture of myself. I want to see what that's like. No, you're not on it. Sorry. No, thank you. Not even your head. Awesome. Too short. You're live.
All right. Okay. Good morning. Today is Thursday, February 1st. And this is the meeting for the Lakewood Civil Service Commission. And present today is I'm the chair, Eileen Basson. We also have Commissioner Gail Selden and our newest commissioner, Larry Woods, who will be speaking here in a few minutes. We also have Assistant City Attorney Lise Schumacher, correct. And we have Lieutenant Jeremy Prater and Sergeant Tim Borchardt. Did I get that right? Okay. And also, last but not least, Tracy Freeman, our Secretary Chief Examiner. So before we get into the actual meat of the meeting, Larry, would you like to take a few minutes and just let our audience, our great audience out there, know a little bit about you before we get started?
Sure. No, not at all. Actually, first of all, thank you all for having me on here. My name is Larry Woods. I've been a Lakewood resident since 1993. I'm a retired Air Force, an Army brat, so all of my life's been around the military, most of all of that. And what brought me into doing community work within the city of Lakewood was Chief Saunders, our first police chief here, invited me to get involved in some things. So I'm also the president of the Lake City Neighborhood Association. And so I've been doing that since about 2004 or 5. So a long time. So, but also worked on the interview process with the Federal Police Department here for quite a few years. And so when the opportunity came, and that was a little bit more time consuming for me since I was still working. But when the opportunity came, so that's why I'm here to help out and support and make sure that we got a good force here, police force, and being a good part of the community and making sure that I love Lakewood, so I want to make sure that we're doing things the right way and the way that's beneficial for everybody. So that's one of the reasons that I'm here. Done parks appreciation, all that kind of those kind of things there, and I'm here to listen, learn, and input when I have.
And have a little fun.
And I'm always about having fun, so you'll see my sense of humor.
Welcome. Yes, welcome. Okay. Next we have approval of the meeting minutes for January 4th, 2024. Attached there.
I'm going to move to approve the minutes.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Next on the agenda is the unfinished business of the fourth quarter police department demographic report. There's some questions on the last one.
Yeah, the last one that was submitted, it was missing one of the sergeants. And so now that sergeant has been added back into the count, this is an accurate profile of the police department for fourth quarter of 2023.
Okay. One question I had, and I noticed that there's been quite a jump in the total from September to December. Are we close to full staff yet, or are we still?
Yep, we're actually 2 over.
Oh, good. Okay. Any other questions or comments on that?
Not based on this.
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't have a
We're kind of waiting for Dennis.
I know, Dennis, I was like, I was supposed to have a
I can
Dennis
come up with
question.
questions. It's my first time getting started.
All right. Next, we have new business, the certification of the lateral level police officer eligibility.
So moved.
Sarah, a second for them?
Second.
Any discussion? Okay.
Thank you for the demographic report on the side.
That is nice. Yeah.
That's a Dennis.
That's a Dennis thing, yeah.
And that's quarterly.
This
Quarterly,
right here?
The demographic.
Oh,
List,
Oh,
they
is
do
it?
it.
Yeah, gotcha.
mhm.
Mhm.
Thank you for that.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. Uh, Update to the police scoreboard rating scale.
Okay, so the last 2 pages in your packet speak to this. So the first page is what we have currently been doing. This is what we've been doing. This is the rating scale that we've been using with the attached wording. After our last oral board, we had an experience where a candidate was not able to answer a question, and it felt kind of funny being able to, or having to give someone a 5 score when they said absolutely nothing. And so what we did, we took that into consideration and we just flipped the chart.
Mhm.
And so basically now it's 5 to 0. So now if you look at the second page, it says 0, 4, did not answer.
Mhm.
And so that's one update, is flipping that scale from 5 to 0.
Mhm.
And then taking out some of the wording, because one of the panel members, and I too agree with him, had a comment about, why are we being asked to grade someone on how they're performing? They're not performing the job.
Mhm.
It should be based on the job description. And so that's why that wording has been taken out. This has already been run by the HR manager, PSS has already seen it. So this is what we're going to be moving forward with. Currently, right now, we don't have any job postings for police officers.
Mhm.
So once we do reset, reopen, this will be the new scale that we'll be using. So we just wanted to be transparent with you all.
Oh,
Does this apply to lateral or new?
Correct. Oh, good question. Both. Yeah, both. Mhm.
Seems to simplify things, which I think is
Mhm.
always very important.
Mhm.
And it's hard to misinterpret.
there you go. That's good. So we gotta make a motion on that, please. All right. Is there a motion to, for the updated interview rating scale?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Any further discussion? Okay. All in favor? Aye. Okay. How about the chief examiner's report?
Okay, so there's 2 items on my report for today. The first one is to make you aware that we will be having court compliance officer interviews on February the 15th. Only 2 candidates in that pool. So,
I wasn't there a whole bunch of
oh my gosh, yes, there were upwards of 100.
Holy cow.
So yeah, there were upwards of 100, yet it was a continuous recruitment for the whole year.
Mhm.
And so by the time we get to the point that we're looking to, test and all that good stuff, of course, half those people probably already have jobs, no longer interested, et cetera, et cetera.
Mhm.
So we had quite a few that dropped out. And so out of all of them that dropped out, we ended up with 12 saying that they would come to the written and PAT on, what was it, last Saturday?
Yeah, it was the 20th, January 20th.
And we had 3 show up.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
so we had 3 show up out of 12 that said they would be there. And out of the 3 that showed up, 2 passed. And that's why we're gonna bring those 2 to the interview now
Mhm.
on the 15th. Wow. So that's court compliance officer. There's a vacancy there, so. And then the other update is we will be having our entry level oral board on 2/27. And that has 12 folk in that recruitment, or 9, excuse me, 9. So 9 people have been invited for the oral board. I think 5 have already said they'll be there, so I'll figure out where the other ones, if they want to come, not come, what have you. And we'll add those to the eligibility list, and that will be the eligibility list that will write us out until we start hiring again, so.
Okay, so do you have the ability to overhire like to the jam now, or is
did.
it just?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
We were previously approved for a 10 overhire.
Uh-huh.
That got reduced to 5. We were able to get 2 overhired during that time frame, and then shut down.
Was it the budget that caused that to change?
Yes.
From 10 to 5.
Yes.
But there's still 3 openings, right?
No,
Well,
But you
Wait, I
got
thought
2
there was
overhires
3.
right now.
we got 2, yeah. We're 2 over right now, but we're told to stop.
So the 3 is not really 3.
Yeah, that got taken away too.
So it's not really 5. You know what I'm saying?
The 10 went to 2.
So they're back.
Oh, okay, good to know.
So we have a hiring freeze basically right now, so we're not hiring anymore.
so I wouldn't do anything with those 3 just yet. Let it ride for a little bit and see what happens in the next month or 2.
Okay, yep. That's the end of my report.
Okay, wow.
Do we know how long that freeze is?
No definitive timeline yet.
Anything else? All right, time is 9:42, and we're looking to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a motion for that?
So moved.
Second? All right, all in favor? Aye. Aye. We are done.
Wow.
Is that,
Did she beat
That's
your
how
record?
fast.
that's how fast it is?